Time to talk about the silver market. Different prices being set, different places. The London fix, the COMEX market, spot price. It's off by like 70 cents or something. It's broken. And the webbot said well in advance, months ago, to look for just such a thing. And it described it as whatever sets the price, it's not going to be paid for that price. What the price you're going to pay for silver is not going to be what that price, which normally has says the price is. This is exactly what has happened. Now, he also said it could be something like spot price is this, and if you want to buy some silver, here's the premium on top of it. It's way off. But the market actually breaking, where the COMEX says this is the price, and then the London fix says no, this is the price, and they're not even close. That's an even better example of what the webbot was talking about. Now, I'm going to talk about this in a second, but I want to kind of share something a little bit funny with you. As you just saw from my last video about the green screen that I just got, I had this background. I left that background up and I walked away from my computer for a while, went and ate, So one of my kids walks by to look at the green screen setup and sees what's being displayed on my screen, and it's this picture. As she walks in front of it, she sees herself, like you see me right now. And she says, "Daddy, why is there a guy being arrested and a ninja with a knife?" Why is there a guy being arrested and a ninja with a knife? See, she's a little too young to know about fake Jihadi John. Crisis actor extraordinaire. And I've got a spot in my next parody for Jihadi John, which will be coming soon. So, you might as well laugh about some of this stuff, or it'll drive you insane. Might as well have fun with it. Make a parody, laugh, whatever. It's so ridiculous at times. You have to just sit back and laugh, honestly. It's unbelievable what these people try to pull over on us as, real news. Yeah, okay. So I was reading this article from Zero Hedge. Silver market in disarray after benchmark price fix manipulation. Oh, quick, look shocked. As Bullion Desk's Ian Walker reports, the silver market was thrown into disarray on Thursday after the LBMA silver price was set 84 cents below the spot and futures price this morning. 84 cents difference. So it says here the LBMA silver price, the crucial daily benchmark used by producers and traders around the world to settle silver products and derivatives contracts, was set at $13.58 per ounce, which is odd because the price of silver was well over $14 an ounce. At the time of the auction, which begins at 12 noon London time, the spot price was actually $14.42 per ounce, while the futures price on the CME was $14.41 an ounce, leaving a number of market participants extremely confused as to what has happened. You got $13.58 according to the LBMA, the London fix. You've got $14.42 an ounce futures price on the CME. But let me back up. At the time of the auction, which begins at 12 noon London time, the spot price was $14.42, while the futures price on the CME was $14.41, leaving a number of market participants extremely confused as to what happened. And he says, quote, "Unfortunately, it is not a mistake," Ole Hansen, head of commodity strategy for Saxo Bank, told Fast Markets. This could be the end of the fix. The London fix, that is. It took 14 minutes to find a fix. They obviously found a fix way off the market. The difference between the two was nearly 6%. But the benchmark cannot be changed. A person familiar with the proceedings told Fast Markets. Another source also suggested that the continued existence of the fix has been put in jeopardy by the huge discrepancy in today's price, adding that many producers who still use the price as their daily reference may have lost significant amounts of money if any contracts have been settled according to the fix. Quote, a huge number of contracts are still settled on that price, another said. This will no doubt cause significant problems. The matter is being investigated internally. Fast Markets understands, so CME has no official comment at this time. Oh, CME Group, the club. Oh, I bet they're going to do just like what the police departments do, an internal investigation of themselves. Okay, video shows you shooting that guy right in the face with his hands up. We didn't find any wrongdoing by the cop. It's a legitimate life-threatening incident. He had the right to shoot him in the face and kill him. If you spend any time on YouTube, there are an abundance of videos of just what I just said, but I was using that as an analogy. In other words, I mean, I'm not saying you're going to find those videos of what I just described on YouTube like that. I'm just showing you something that's so absurd, like a guy with his hands up being shot in the face by a cop, like on video, and then them doing an internal investigation and saying, we didn't find anything wrong. Like, that didn't exactly happen. I'm just showing you how wrong that would be, yet that's their conclusion. So we have the CME Group, Commodities, Chicago Mercantile Exchange, investigating themselves, investigating the matter. Well, no comment at this time because we're an open investigation, middle of investigation. Yeah, okay. I'm going to tell you JSNP 4's thoughts on why that happened. And as I just said that, I almost feel like, even though I have no proof, every part of my body right now is telling me you're spot on with what you're about to say. You know this is exactly what happened. And what I'm talking about, you have a price of $13.58 an ounce, and then $14.42 an ounce, and then CME was at $14.41 an ounce. So, slight little discrepancy there, but the big one is $13.58 to $14.42 or $14.41. Massive discrepancy. How in the hell is the London fix at that price, right? So, my suggestion or my thought on this, remember that first part? Let me read that first sentence to you, because this plays a role in it, what I'm about to say. The LBMA silver price, the crucial daily benchmark used by producers and traders around the world to settle silver products and derivatives contracts, was set at $13.58 an ounce. If these derivatives, I'm going to give you an example. Let's just say that if the London fix wasn't $13.58 and was higher, such as, $14.42 where it was supposed to have been, is it wrong of me to suggest that there may have been an absolute enormous, in the trillions of dollars of derivatives contracts, potentially trillions, of derivatives contracts that would have blown up because the price was too high? So they had to force it down to $13.58 an ounce, where the derivatives would be under control. So, in other words, if you're holding a contract and you're betting that the price is going to be lower, one of these derivatives contracts, and the price actually goes up to $14.42, oh crap, we weren't expecting that. Massive margin call. We're in deep trouble. By the end of the day, we're finished. We're done. We're in big trouble. Kitty. Psst, kitty. JSNP's doing a video right now. Can't have you clawing on the scratch pad when JSNP 4 is doing a video. Kitty, get on out of here. Well, that actually worked. Got that from Jeff Foxworthy. Get on out of here. So, derivatives. Same thing as a futures contract, right? I've got a contract out today, and I'm betting that the price is going to go down. Or just not rise. Let's just say it's going to stay flat. And it goes up to $14.42. Oh my God. Margin call of a lifetime. I'm in deep trouble. We're finished. And since there's so much money on the line, hundreds of billions, a trillion, I don't know. Pick up the phone and call the club. You guys know what time it is. You're going to fix that price. I know what the CME group says the price is today. You're going to put it down to 1358, or all of our banks are finished as of, 5 seconds ago. Yes, sir, we'll take care of that. Fix the price at 1358. Yeah, but sir, the CME... fix the price at 1358, I said. Yes, sir. And since that's what these parties are looking at for the price, maybe those derivatives didn't blow up. They were going to. It happened, and they reversed it by dropping the price and saying, we know we're supposed to be at 1442. Sorry about your luck. We're going down to 1358. 1358. How does that number even happen when we haven't even seen a price like that yet? We've seen 1380s and whatever. We ain't seen no 1358. And it was safely above 14. Gold safely above 1100. And then we see this? Are you kidding me right now? So that's my take. That's what I'm telling you. What I feel my whole body is telling me is that is why they had to do it. Knowing, guys, once we do this, the jig is up. They're going to know they can't trust this mechanism anymore, and they're going to look for another solution because of what we're about to do. They're not going to be able to trust us. So if you're a producer of metal, gold, silver, whatever, in this case silver, and you have an agreement with customers of yours, whoever they may be, but you're a producer, you're a miner. Hey, what's the London fix at? Okay, yes, sir. Here's $2 million worth of silver product or whatever for you, and $5 million for you guys. That's our deal for the day. We're good. Whoa, hold on. 1358. What's this? It was supposed to be 1442. Hang on. Do over. Guys, come back. Do over. 87 cents an ounce. That's a huge amount of money I'm losing. No. Hey, we all agreed to use the London fix. So guess what the producer's going to start to look for? Something a little more trustworthy to set the price. Oh, and that's right. China's already geared up to just take over immediately if they wanted to. So the webbot said in the near future, it's looking like silver prices that we normally see how they're set are going to be at a certain price, and yet a different price is going to be paid for that product, that silver. And he gave an example in his mind, Cliff High. What could I possibly see? How could I see this happening? Again, he has to interpret the data. And his only thing was, well, maybe it'll be like what we saw previously, which was spot price of, let's say, $14, and it cost you 18 or 19 to get a freaking 1 ounce silver eagle. Where the spot price shows that, but then it's, many, many, many dollars more to get a silver eagle. At one point, as you know last year, because I covered it, it was a 50% over spot price increase. $14, it was like cost you 20, almost 21, I think it was, to get a silver eagle. You kidding me? So that's what he thought. That was his interpretation. But the data, I read it. It didn't say that. But he was giving an example of what it could be. Because it hasn't happened yet. And then this happens today. You have a market that tells you what the price is every single day. It's been that way forever. And then it breaks. And they have to fix it lower. Why would they do that? Did something break? Nothing broke. Nothing broke. It's the same club, the same mechanism, the same computer trading programs that they've had under the disposal to set the price where they need to for whatever reason. It didn't break. It wasn't a mistake. Someone didn't fat finger. We fat fingered the No. I'm telling you, this had to do with derivatives contracts. And if the price was too high from wherever these contracts were taken out, it was going to crush some major, major players. Guarantee you. I don't have to ask. I don't have to look. I can tell you because I know how the club works. But like everything they do, there's a double-edged sword involved. And that double-edged sword in this case is, okay, we saved ourselves from the derivatives exploding this time and wiping us all out. But we just showed our hand. We rigged the price over here, went over here. Both of us, we own both of those, right? CME Group, the club, and the London Fix, also the club, setting two different prices. 84 cents off? That don't sound like much. But when silver's $14, again, it's around a 6% move being off. 6%'s huge. You imagine millions of dollars in a produced silver ore you're selling, and well, we agreed to use the London fix, so that's what the price is. And then hearing this, saying, well, hold on, how much does that equate to? I just gave you tons of silver, literally tons. Oh my God, how much money did I lose off the 84 cents an ounce? You're going to immediately find a way, we're not doing that again. I don't trust it. No, I got to find something more trustworthy. Or better yet, I don't want to trust the markets at all. And since I'm a producer, I'm going to tell you what I think you should pay me for that silver. That would be fantastic. Take the market out. If you don't play the game that these criminal banksters have set up, you can't lose. By allowing yourself, oh, we'll use the London fix to set the price. You're playing their game. It's their game. It's their board game. You just don't realize it's a board game. You think it's planet Earth and I'm walking on the Earth right now. You're walking on a board game that they own, they created, they set the rules, they can change the rules in mid-game. You find out after the fact. And they just changed the game, the rules. We're setting the price at $13.58. I know it says $14.42. We're setting it to $13.58. Sorry about your luck. So that's all I'm gonna say about this video. I feel like it was because of the derivatives. They didn't want to explode or implode. They had no choice but to set that fix absurdly lower than where the price of silver was. That, my friends, I feel like I should say I'm positive, but I don't have the proof. Except if you've been following me and follow the information I give you, which a lot of it's public information, you know these people are criminals and you know they rig stuff, they change stuff, they little small office fire, get rid of some evidence. Happens from time to time with these guys. The whole Hurricane Sandy flooding of the CME, not the CME group, the DTCC 55 Water Street, where all of the stocks, like in America, are held. Stocks of company and stuff, $36 trillion worth, got flooded. It has a massive vault, fireproof and waterproof. How the hell did it get flooded? And then you know what happened after Hurricane Sandy? After we got to clean up as quote, significant damage at the DTCC 55 Water Street, Seed & Co. building. Oh, office fire happened right when we were cleaning up the water damage. Small office fire. I wonder what kind of stuff was burned up or went missing anyways. They just got rid of it. There was no fire, the flood, whatever. They got rid of the stuff anyways. Just like 9/11, all that gold that was in the building, bottom floors, the basement area, whatever you want to, well, not necessarily basement, but whatever you call it, underground. The gold was gone. There was no gold recovered from the World Trade Centers. Yet it was supposed to be there. But does gold disappear and vanish? I don't think so. Anyways, interesting times indeed. And I can finally get back on here and do some videos because I got too many videos to do and not enough time to do them. Take care.